guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing an updated version on how I edit my Instagram pictures. So here's kind of what the theme looks like as of right now. So last time I filmed this video, my theme and filter was a little bit different. So a lot of you guys have requested this video. So here we are. So most important, I use VSCO. That is the app that I use to edit my pictures. So if you guys don't have that, then this obviously won't work out. But if you do have VSCO, then this is for you. So let's get into the video. Okay, so we're gonna be editing 3 different photos. This one at the beach in the water, then this one with my boyfriend in a mirror, and then this one at prom. Just to give you an idea of what the filter looks like on different photos with different lighting and different settings. So the first one we're going to edit is this one. I do have the yearly subscription, but I don't use any of the filters. So we're going to go right into tools. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring up the exposure to around 2.3. Obviously this can vary between your guys' photos. Like it doesn't have to be exactly 2.3 when you edit your photos, but that's what I use. Then we're going to go to contrast and we're going to bring this down to about 3. So this whole video is going to be like, trust the process. I promise you it's going to look so much better. So next we're going to go to tone and we're going to bring up the highlights to about 2.2. I went over. About 2.2. Then we're going to go to white balance next. This is like your temperature and your tint. So temperature, we're going to bring this down to about 0.2, negative 2.2 in the bluer side. And then with tint, we're going to bring this down to negative 0.5. Then we're going to go to saturation and bring this up to 3.4. Obviously you can tell the photo is coming alive. It's looking a lot better. So the next thing we're going to go to is HSL. So this is like your red, orange, so that you can edit specific colors. So for red, we're going to bring down the saturation to 2.4. And then we're going to bring down the lightness to negative 1.2. Then we're going to do orange. So we're going to bring the hue down to negative 2.8. Almost there. There we go. Then we're going to bring up the saturation to about 2.4-ish. Obviously this will vary between different photos. And then the lightness down to negative 3. Okay, next we're going to go to yellow. We're going to bring the hue down to about 0.2. Saturation is going to be negative 1.6. Right there, and then our lightness negative 1.3. So in this photo I don't use green, blue, or purple. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up the clarity, which is gonna sharpen the photo. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. We're gonna bring this up to about 0.4. So here's what the photo looks like since we're finished. I think it looks great. It's very natural, but it brings like a pop of color. I think this filter definitely works a lot better when you're at sunset or in the water, but I don't know. I personally love it and it works with my photos, especially this photo. I think it's really pretty. I don't know, it's really cute. So that's what that filter looks like on that photo. So one thing you can do with VSCO, which is another reason why I do love VSCO, is that you can actually click the 3 dots, you can click copy edits, and then you can actually paste the same filter onto both photos. These photos are going to look a bit different with the filter, so I do have to go in and edit them separately. So now we're going to edit the one of me and my boyfriend. So as you can tell, it looks really different, really bad. So we're going to go in and just like fix a few things. So as you can tell, it's very sharpened. So I'm going to bring down the clarity on this one to like literally just bring down the whole clarity. So as you can tell in this photo, we look super orange. I do like the brightness, but the color of our skin tone is a little saturated. So we're going to bring the saturation down like about 2.8, not much because we can fix that in HSL. So our skin tone, we can actually change like pink. So we want to make it more natural looking. So 0.6, and we're going to go into here and fix up this. I think the photo looks super blue. So we're going to bring up the temperature to about 1.3. These are just really minor edits, but HSL is like where we're gonna fix all of this. So since our photo looks super orange, that's due to the saturation in the orange being super high. So we're just gonna bring that down about right there. And then as you can tell on Jeffrey's face, it's a little red. So we do need to bring the lightness up and then the saturation a little bit more down. And then we're gonna go back to orange actually, and I'm gonna bring the lightness down a little bit to make it the skin tone look more even. So the next thing that we're gonna do, as you can tell, my hair looks super faded, and that deals with the contrast. So we're gonna bring up the contrast a little bit, and as you can tell, it definitely defines my hair a little bit more, and bring that down a little bit because we look a little bit more oranger. So again, with that, we just go back to HSL and bring the saturation down, and ta-da! Super easy, save draft, and that is what I like my photos to look like. So I think this looks really natural. It's super bright. As you can tell, Jeffrey's hair is extremely blonde. So like I said, when the filter is like placed onto other photos, you do have to go in and like fix minor changes. I know it's a little complicated and I'm not very clear on what I'm doing, but hopefully that helps. So that's what this photo looks like. And then our last photo we're gonna edit. This one is very, very saturated in the blues. So the first thing that we're gonna do is go into white balance. So this is where it's gonna make the photo look oranger or more blue toned. So we're gonna bring this up a little bit, about right there. Now that looks more natural. We're getting somewhere. Then we're gonna go to saturation, bring this down a little bit, like 2.4. So in this photo, our skin tones are a little bit brighter than I'd like. So I go to HSL, I go to orange, and I bring the lightness down to make our faces look more even. And I'm gonna bring the saturation up a little bit. And then the hue, I'm gonna bring actually down more, about 3.8. Then the blues, I'm gonna make the water a little bit lighter. Purple, we're just gonna test it out. I like it saturated a little bit. I just kind of play with everything, really. I'm gonna bring, as you can see, like it makes my dress super light or darker. My dress was very neon, so I'm gonna bring the lightness down to make it look more realistic. Then last but not least, I'm gonna bring the saturation down to make it look more natural. And then we're gonna bring the contrast up about right there. 2.3, well, negative 2.3. So here's a before of what the photo looks like, and here is an after. I definitely think there is a really big difference. It makes all the colors in the photo really pop. This looks really great. So there is that photo all edited. Yeah, that's kind of the filter that I use for all of my photos. Like I said, it really just depends on the place that you're taking them at and the lighting, that you do have to go in and fix minor edits. But throughout all 3 photos, same filter concept, just fixed to fit the photo itself. So yeah, that was a really quick and easy way to edit photos, to get your photos to look like that. It kind of reminds me of summer. That's kind of what I'm going for. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon back for more videos. Bye guys. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love